So let me know guys once you're able to see my screen. So, so yesterday I was just thinking about the sales cloud, right? So sales cloud, service cloud, marketing cloud. If you want to know the basics, I think you can again get into this. This all would be basics of what sales cloud is doing. So if you don't know about, actually I was explaining at a high level what a sales cloud would do. For example, here looking at this, how do we convert to marketing? How do a sales cloud happens? And then how do service we get into? So all this I've explained yesterday. Comparing to this, so few are the things we have in the trailers we have. Okay, so I just give this idea to you guys. You just go search with sales cloud, marketing cloud, and service cloud. These are all the topics you have to search here in the trailers and see how that would be beneficial to you guys. So again, National Marketing Cloud. How to do marketing cloud setup? See, marketing cloud when I talk, there's a separate things we have in Salesforce where you have. See, recently when Salesforce purchased Marketing Cloud, so they have tied up with Paradot. So Paradot is another product. So they merged Marketing Cloud there. So that's the reason you can see a setup account, manage user and roles, manage business units, prepare to send. So this would be different things. Where we have a separate Marketing Cloud account. It's not the Salesforce account which you guys are using it. A Marketing Cloud account would be there. So you can see there we have different types of tenants type there. But the UI would look like a Marketing Cloud, like same as what the Salesforce looks like because the setup they have changed and so marketing cloud setup could be a little different because you have to configure few things there. Configure in the sense, um, what do you say? There's a lot of business process would be involved. What do you mean by business process? It could be like a flows, workflows, kind of things. So this is our so this is a separate topic which we call marketing cloud. So currently, which we're talking about a marketing cloud here is the process which we follow that the campaign members and then we put into a sales type. So even the campaign members can be part of a sales cloud as well because sales guy themselves can promote and then they can get the business. Ideally, marketing guys are separate guys who tries to bring the business to what do you say to a company. So that is the reason these are the portions of marketing cloud we say. If they want this, they want to bring this all these campaign members from a separate marketing cloud as a tool which no Paradot been acquired by Salesforce. So even that is a channel where to get a lot of contacts, campaign members. So so that is even marketing cloud you can have. Um, I can send you the link if you have free time. So you can the free times you can look for. So that is the reason here somewhere you can see the paradox. Copy this link. Self explore on marketing cloud. So this is a big one. Get started with the sales cloud. Sales cloud configurations basics. You'll have a basics also here. I think you can check this what the sales cloud is doing. Understand the sales cloud data models. I think they've given very limited information. Then I think we have discussed a lot. We don't just stop with the contacts, accounts, and so on. Okay, so I can recommend here is go quickly check onto the trail lead and then on a free time search for sales cloud and service cloud. Look at the options what you're getting. So whatever I said, it's absolutely the example which I given yesterday. This is absolutely real time. In one project go, I'm saying this what is happening to the entire journey of the CRM, sales, service, and then marketing. All these things I've got it because it's this 360 customer information completely will have from where we got him and what we processed and what are the support we giving to him. This is what we call as customer 360. If Amarnath is like yesterday he bought a product and he's now is expecting for a service, then we're getting into a service. Absolutely. Then we having a 360 view of from where he came from and what the service we're giving till now. He was getting. So let me jump ahead. So one thing yesterday the point we missed is web to lead conversion. So leads I think I've directly created, right? Amarnath is a lead. I just went on directly created. Today if you see, so we'll do I think yesterday how to what is leads and how to create lead also we've seen in the UI and how to convert leads also we have seen. So one thing which is missed here is web to lead conversion. How to do web to lead conversion? Let me quickly present you guys. Let me open another window here. Let me go to leads here. The moment if you go to a setup, if you search for leads, so there web to lead something you can see. Click on that. So this would generate a form, and this form you can give it to anywhere else, and whatever they try to enter the information, then quickly will capture lead from the outside the source. This is a benefit of it. Create web to lead form. In this form, you can choose what are the fields I wanted to add it. Let's say you wanted to add email, company, city, state, provinces, and is country, is zip code, anything that you can get in here. We can get his phone number if it's required. What is written URL? So post success, it should tell me to go to some URL. If I say thank you page, yes, of course I have to implement thank you page. Then let me thanks page. Something I'll just Google it out. So if some link if I get, I just put there. Let's say post creating my case, I have to land to some a random page like this. So either you can give this or google.com also can give. It's no issues with us. So what I'm trying to do is I'm cutting a form. So in the form, which are the fields is required, I've selected, and then I'm giving a return URL here. Post success, you will get a return URL here. I don't want to include in capture here. I'm going to generate the form. So this is absolutely an HTML form which is generated. So this link you can add to any website or any pages which is running in the web browsers. So if you add to them, automatically if someone fills the form, and you will get a lead generation to your directly to Salesforce. Let me show how do I do it. So this should be absolutely HTML form. Guys, you with me? Yeah. So web to lead form I have opened, and look at this. So this is org ID which on the company information which you've seen. The same org ID has been targeted, and look at this hidden URL, return URL. Once the form is success, I will throw back to the google.com. And prior to that, so this is the one which action that is calls to the Salesforce, and they do a post method. Whatever the form you have, they will try to post the information to Salesforce. That's it. We don't have much. So all this information is what we are having here. It will automatically take it to the Salesforce org. So now what I'll do is I'll try to run them in a browser. Launch in Chrome. This particular web to HTML, right? I'll try to launch in Chrome, or you can go to the page where I stored. You can double click on web to lead form. It'll try to open this a form here. So this is absolutely it's in my local. So the same snippet I can copy to any web browser page. So on the website would be read. I can inject with any websites. This particular form I can inject there. See in a couple of pages in a couple of websites you can see There would be contact us form also always to any professional websites you have. No internet slow today. Somewhere we'll have a contact us form. So these guys are crazy. Contact support. Look at this. Connect with the support. Support, contact, and all of these are same. What they're trying to do is, if you want to connect to us, fill this form. They ask you, right? Write to us. Okay, let's say write to us. When I'm doing write to us, look at this form. Email, first name, last name, company, India. So to the same type of informations, I would say that this form information, which as I'm giving here. Actually, this is without a design, it just looks like this. But I can put a design like this and get it. Email, first name, last name, company, and someone can fill, and then they can send it. So such form informations, we can get it to a Salesforce. That is what my intention is. We have to lead. So if you want to get this particular content information as a case, it is your wish. If you want to get this as a lead, that is your wish. So now I'm trying to do as web to lead. So this is where which convert to a business scenario. If something like a contact or support issues, you can get them to as a case also. Salesforce support case, right? Like a tickets or incidents we create. Even that also we can get it. But that will be web to case. It's not web to lead. Generally, so this particular form which we select, it could be web to lead. So I'll fill the form. Um, so some random name I'm just giving. On success, you should run to Google page. Yes, it is. It does. So now let me go quickly check to my application whether I have leads information there or not. So how do I check leads? I need to quickly type for leads here, and then the moment I click on leads, I'll go say all open leads. So did you see this? Rajesh Khanna, ITI, Karnataka. So from web to form, if you submit, you will try to get the values here directly. So any questions, guys? So what I've done is I went to setup and I quickly queried for it. Web to it. And from there I generated a form. And then that particular form I stored as .html. Why I want to store is because I want to load them in HTML form and then type something and then submit it. It'll directly target this to this org ID. That is what I was saying. This is the very important thing. Org ID is very important, and this URL which we are writing is very important. And then post that return URL is another important thing. Where I have to on success where I have to navigate. It could be a thanks page also. I've just navigated to google.com. So this becomes a web2 lead. So this if you inject this snippet into any of the websites, so if someone types the information is there, you will get as a lead. And then we have to connect back to those guys and we have to talk about it. And what happened? This got stuck. This will close everything. Just a minute, guys. So I've done with the let's say a web to lead, and then post that web to lead. If you go that particular lead, you can convert. Converting will be becomes an account context and opportunity. So that's the same thing which we have. I think we went to yesterday to the opportunities and opportunities associate. I tried to create a products. While creating a products, I chosen specifically which price book I have to do. So if it is a Christmas sale, if it is New Year sale, I need to have a separate price book so that whenever I just go to a new opportunity, I should choose the price book. Which price book this opportunity you're trying to add. If I say New Year sale, so my product would be a part of a New Year sale. And then what I did is I tried to create a quote. Even the quote, what happened is it tried to copy all my opportunity products to a quote line terms. If you want to change something in the quote line terms, yes, of course you can do by giving some discount. And I tried to add quantity 2 or more, but that was not hardly syncing to my opportunity products. But there's a sync button in quote. If I go click on a quote and start sync, my opportunity and my quote would be synced. Whatever I change in the quote management, it will be synced all the values to opportunity products. And then if the quote is getting accepted by the customer, so once we present the quote to customer, so we say opportunity is one. When we say opportunity is one, all the amount of whatever the as a revenue we see, the expected amount, so we'll get 100%. So any questions, guys, here? And now let's jump to the service cloud. So in the service cloud, what we're trying to do is, yesterday we, I think on the top level we have discussed here. So let me get into a service cloud where we talk about cases. If someone suddenly asks you a question called as what is case, it's a ticket or an incident you can tell. That's how we manage in Salesforce. So which portions the sales, what I say, the cases would be. Cases would come to the portions of service cloud. For example, if I want to try to create a case, look at this. Case status is new, medium is a priority, case origin. From which origin we have got it from. Someone called me, Vertex support, and who is the guy is Amarnath Patel, and which is account number is Amarnath as an account type. Some other issues it could be reason. If you have listed some of the reasons of your own no, this is a banking company, so you can modify this pick list. It is saying the installing equipment performance, right? You can go to their object case object and go to this pick list. You can change the value respective to your company, what the type is saying about. So it is was a product based company, so equipment breakdown something they're saying here. You can ask as wish additional information. Which for which particular product you're just raising this question. Again, this is a pick list. If you have generic products, we can directly get here. As a pick list, you can add it here. What is that? The products are maybe safety health insurance like that if you choose on based on this only this guy is raising a request. In that also you can add it. I say policy copy to my address not received it. So this is my issue and I say save it. So this is the this Amarnath made a call to us and he was saying that, hey guys, I have enrolled for a policy, but I didn't get any email or what to say, a copy of that to my home address, hard copy, which we say basically. So then what is the case? So someone has to rectify this an issue. What is why the address is not delivered, or is it on the way? Something that we have to communicate back to him. So what we do is we try to create a case and we say that. So we'll get back to sir on this, and we will check to our internal query team, and then we'll get to know. This is how you create a case, and then you wait for them to answer back. Anyway, the case is getting open, and look at this. So customer service via through some toll number they call via phone, and then I corrected the case. Issue is something on the policy number or something. Issue is basically the courier is not delivered, or maybe the policy is not delivered. That is the concern of him. Now, I was saying here there are a couple of assignment rules we have. Let me put into that. So what I was saying case assignment rules. We need to know to which people this been case has been getting fired and to whom we have been targeting to. Mm, so let's assume I'm just getting to a case setup. So before getting to a case, assignment rules. So we have a couple of things, at the case side. So we have to case HTML general. Let's quickly do this also. How a web to form with it. Same way we'll try to create this form and then we'll try to create a case. When if someone directly calls you over the phone, it is fine. But if he's doing a self-service or if you wanted to go to website, company's website, and then he's trying to submit a form there, contact us, some issue, then that should be turned to be a case to us. Even here also I'll try to give google.com. Without any caption here. You can give contact name, email, phone, subject, description. If some product, if you have issues, you can tell even that. And let me generate a form. I'm gonna save this and I put as I'm gonna put as web to case. Let me save it quickly. So then the moment when I launch it, I can see this information. So what I do is, so if I have an email ID, let's see, math, and then I say email ID. This is the email which I given. I know what is the phone number I have for Amarnath. This is a mobile number which he has. Courier returned. Reason again, please. So he thought that is received, but is not received. The courier is being sent, so he's asking to return again. So people said that we have sent it, and then they have closed the ticket, and again he raised another ticket going to web service form. He's saying that it has been returned. Please, can you be sending it? Or you can say that the existing ticket. This is what I was following, but the thing is written. Anything you can do, you can raise for a new request, or you can go with support to the existing request. So let me come to the cases. All open cases. Query return. Did you see here? So let me quickly click like this. Do you see this? Whatever the names I given as web email, web name, subjects, whatever we captured, everything is came here, right? Is there? So, so web to case, web to form, web to lead, all this been done. So ideally, what we do is all these small snippets will be put into a contact form to present yourself or promote yourself. You put some form somewhere else. In some website, generally when you launch or land in, a simple pop-up comes up. Some information you have to fill. Even those would be turned to a lead generation. Basically, if they're asking you to fill your form, and they will be keep on eyeing you, saying something information. This is interested. Take that. This lot of spam emails will get it. This is what happens when you go to an not registered website and they keep asking you. It's okay. So they ask you information. If you give, you are interested in their product, so they will return back to you. Hmm. So I just want to say how we are creating a case. So one more thing is, so now my idea was to present you guys on case. You guys know what is case. You know, web to case I've already showed you. Email to case also I'll show you. Before getting to email to case, at least one scenario. How to manage case and queues we have to see, and what is knowledge management we have to see. And while I'm doing with the case and queues, I need to write an assignment rules. So this is very important. What is mean by assignment rules? Assignment rule is something I say based on this category, XYZ category, I have to write move to right queue. So let's say I have a L1 support team, L2 support team, and L3 support team. Now courier is not reached or something is some issues with this. Do my L3 support team should handle this? L3 is something that so they are little advanced team, or maybe L1 cannot solve a problem, L2 will solve your problem. If L3, L2 cannot do, L3 will be able to solve a problem. So what is there? They are seniority level. L1 is ideally like say 4 days they will resolve your issue. L2 should be resolved in 2 days. L3 should be resolved in 1 day. So that is a business critical things we have, and the team is also very active. And in terms of support, if we give, but ideally waiting period time is of the L1 is 4 days, so we can't stop doing it. However, they will do it at a past, but 4 days is the minimum time because if the request is unique and then we have to figure out we require 4 days. So that is how actually 1 week of time is required, but we'll scatter them into three teams. We can't put them into a day and then solve for everyone. So if it is unique issues, even that we have to solve within SL time, then we need to have teams like this, L1, L2, L3. So now how do I gesture? Is it a part of L1 or they can't do with this? They should go to the L2. So that is something we can do it in escalation rules. Hey, on the moment of escalation, let it go to the L2. Why I say escalation? Because within 24 hours you didn't even connect or something, we didn't even respond to them. or the ticket date is got expired with 24 hours. That was the SLA for L1. So then you have to jump into L2 automatically do it. For that, we'll go here. Auto responsible is something. Whenever I try to create a case, so you would automatic emails would be sent. Thanks for connecting with us. Thanks for contacting us. Auto responsible we can fire. Assignment rule is something that I wanted to navigate to technical team A, and if that is not the issue, I wanted to move to the courier team. Okay, well, how do I do is based on the case subjects which we get it. So we'll see this. Solution management, this all been obsoleted, so we are not using any more this. And knowledge base, I will say when we're trying to deal with the case, how to do a knowledge management, how to do create an articles. This I'll quickly show you today on this case. So what to do is I go to assignment rules quickly. Before getting to anything on the assignment rules, let me create a queue first. Possibly we need to have a template first. We're creating a simple case, right? That's then template is not required. So let me get into a queue. So what I mean by queue? It allows a group of users to manage a shared workload more efficiently. I would add a number of people into the queue1. So the tickets or something would be placed into the queue. Now from the queue, anyone can pick the ticket to themselves and then they can work on. So that is the state of the queue. This we're going to create a case. Case object is the one which I've chosen here, and send email to the members. So let's see the decide label. So what type of issues we get it? We get it. We get sometime delivery issues. So delivery team. Let's put this as delivery team. Anything related to courier service or something went wrong or policy information not reached. So this all will keep as the delivery team. So who would be the key members? So I would say dev sales rep and our admin. I'm just giving these two guys. Getting? So I've created a queue called as delivery team and I'm sending dev sales rep by 32. Guys, any questions still now? Okay. So our queue is ready. So like that, you can have another team also. I'll quickly create off. So delivery team. Policy admins. Any related issues on the policies, policy admins will solve your problem. So this is a team where all authorized policy experts should be there to answer your questions. Again, reps and assume these two users are present, so we'll keep them as a key members for now. Okay, I have created two queues. So based on the things on the assignment roles, I'll write to the right team. So now let me come back to the case assignment. See, by default, everything will have a case one, standard one, and it should be active only one role at the same time in your entire org. It's not only one. Why? What happened? No problem. If the meeting is going to end, so then I'll try to recreate again. Okay, no problem. So this is a standard one which is having already. So what they're saying is only one active rules you can be having so through. So in that case, what you have to do is you have to create another one and make that as an active. So let me put a new, and I say custom case rules. I'm making this as active. So the moment I make this as an active, the other one would go off. Look at this. I made as this an active. So my custom case rules become active, and the other one which is went off to inactive state. So overall, any case rules you create, but only one can be active at the same time. I'm just getting into custom rules, and my rule first entry would be I'll just check for subject. If the subject contains if the subject contains uh, delivery order one contains courier. So all this at the time what I do is I put it to a Q1. So who is the user? Q is the user, and which particular queue this has to go to. So it should go to the delivery team and template. If you already created some template, so then I have to choose that, or else I have to. mm, I'm just choosing this case assignment notification, and I'm gonna save this out. So if you have already a template which you've created, then it's well and good. So you can go choose them. So let me quickly create that also if we require. So let me create a lightning template. What do you mean by template? Lightning email template. I'm just choosing here. If we don't require, we can just get into classic template and quickly create also. No matter. All are same. So just I'm gonna go here. Mm, case assignment notification something. Let's see this. Case assigned to you. I think this also is good. No problem. So it says about which account, contact, subject, description. So this is more than good enough. If you require, you can really require to go. You can go modify the things. Case number, subject. It's not auto assigned to you. Yes, to that particular key it is auto assigned whenever the subject contains subject. Hey Kumar, I think this is having a free recording, so 45 minutes only is the max. I think. I think you have to rejoin again. To the same video you can rejoin. I don't know whether Raj can rejoin. Till now we were doing I think for 2 hours. But I don't know what happened. Sorry guys, 45 minutes is the time slot we have for that. And again, we have to so rejoin. This is a free account. So let me share my screen quickly. Guys, you able to see my screen? Hello. Okay. So what I said is in the subject contains delivery or contains courier. So we have it's not and it's our statement. So be careful with that because we can't expect both to be present, delivery, courier, and all. So where it is, if you see and here, add a filter logic, it is and here, so you change it to or. I can either have delivery in my subject or I can have courier in my subject. So then we are assigned to delivery team, and it will go to the case assignment as an email. This is absolutely fine. If I click as do not reassign owner, then it is a crazy. So it will not allow you to change to someone else. But of course, I'm putting to a queue. Not who is over as the queue members are free. They can take this ticket again. They can work on it. Well, how they take it is because basically it will be on the queue name. Who is a queue member? They have to change the case owner to their own name. That's how. Oh, is it? So let me switch my network. Just a minute. How about now? Have switched my network. How about now? Guys, I'm audible. Yeah. So I've switched the network. It takes just 2 to 5 seconds to do this. So what I was saying is, um, if your subject contains delivery and we need to have or statement in the between, why? Because we may have this or this. So then deliver to this team, this queue, and this queue members anyone can take and assign to their own name. Go to the case owner, assign to your name, then this ticket will be under your name. So currently it will be under the queue name. It's okay. When you want it to work, you can take that ticket to your own name and then you can start working on it. So that's how we are assigning to queue and the queue management of a particular team can be done. I want to create another role. Um, so I say order as 2. Why? Because order here is you can have 10 as well number of case orders here. You can point out which one to be executed the first. So that way. So what was the case issue? Okay. So anything again, I'm coming to this case subject. Let's say case description. Even here it contains in the entire case description. If it contains, um, and they're talking about the policy or even in the subject is a case subject. And if the case subject contains something about um, claims, policies, if such information is we get, again we assign to this respective team. See, I've just chosen user here. I've randomly went there, one user I can see. I should change this to queue and have to open this queue. So policy team this time, policy admins who would try to rectify what is issue is. And the template here is you can again assign to the case assign notification. It says that hey, for you guys, you got a case here. So, so this rule is active now. This rule is active now. You can jump into web to case. So this web to case, I'm going to quickly submit the form. So let's see the subject if I contain something here. Contact name is Amarnath and the email is this. It's okay. If I give an email to the entire group, it will go as an email, or else to the individual users who are part of the queue members, they'll get an email. So let's see how it works. Whether we'll see any case assignment has been filed or not in my email, I can check. So random number and the subject I'm saying courier issue, delivery issue, something like that you put, and then you submit the case. Now it should ideally go to a delivery team. That is my expectation. So let's quickly jump here. Come to cases. Not it's not my open case. It's all open case. Courier issues. Did you see this? And you see this. The case owner is now. It's no more a user. It is a delivery team. If you quickly check my Gmail here, did you see this? Thank you for submitting the. This is for a case we get, but we have an assignment rule which is comes like this. This is assignment rules we have written, right? The following case has been not assigned to your team, and the case needs to be resolved within this standards. And the company name, if you have, yes. Subject is courier issues. Description is delivery issues. Did you get this? Okay. So now why did I get is because I'm become a key member of that particular delivery team. So that's the reason it fired to me. So and it came from no reply at salesforce.com. So it doesn't mean that we have to reply back and then get an answer to this. This always comes to the no reply. Getting? So that way we got to know how to do an assignment rules and then how to fire the auto response rule. I mean, to fire the email also we got to know. How to manage cases and queues also we got to know. How to do web to case also we got to know. Isn't it? Now email to case, let's look into it quickly. But to do an email to case things, few things we have to do. So what I'll do is email email to case. I have to jump in here. So email to case I have to jump in here. So why I have to do an email to case is because you can get a form from web to mail, web to case, or someone can send an email also. If you see the case origin, if you see the case origin, sometimes it will be okay. Let me just say automatically this will fill to the case origin would be web. Why? Because you are doing a web to form and then automatically came from there, right? So it is web to form. So sometimes it can be email or some phone. So web to cases we will mark it to web. Email to cases we will mark it to email. So these are the channels that we get as an email part of our cases. So likewise, email to cases someone who draft an email and then send to us. We put them and we have to configure them. What should be the status? What should be the priority for ticket? All that we have to configure. So the settings we have to first enable. Enable email to case. I'm doing it. Yes, of course, I'm notifying the owners when a new email comes. I'm enabling HTML email because the form which they're sending can contain a huge HTML form, but still I accept it and then I have to store them. If they send any files associated to that attachment, of course I have to store to the respective case. If any thread is there, it is fine. Signature is not required. Enable on-demand service. On-demand service is what? Automatically creates from a case without you having to download any install. Okay, this is required. Mm, okay, may not be required. This is something that when, let's say for example, you have a Gmail, you're sending a wrong email ID to a Gmail, it bounce backs the message, right? Do we require that service they're asking? So I think we're not required. They're targeting to us, but the email ID they given is wrong. It will bounce back the messages. Do we need to do that service? That is what they're asking here. We're not required currently. So I've did a configuration of email to case what should be present. Here we have a new routing addresses. First I have to create a email service. To this email only those guys would be sending an email. So routing name would be IBB International Private Bank email service. And I have to give email here. I have to verify those guys also. So what I'll do is I'll give Kumar email here. In that case, Kumar has to verify his email there. Kumar, can you quickly type if you have? No, I have some list of devices in my emails. Here. Yeah, I have it. So I'm gonna give email address here and accept emails from not required. Create a task from this email not required. Uses of the case owner. If it is coming from queue, if you have email to case separate team to handle, then that is also fine. And I think currently I don't require directly. I'll put it to what is it? Um, this again email service. If something issues comes, I'll add it to a policy team because issues come sometimes in the policy thing. Assume if it is email admins or email service admin, someone there, such queues you can manage. And look at this priority, keeping it as medium, and the case origin you are marketing them to be email to service. You guys getting? You can have any other different queue names. You can have direct user names. Anything is fine. So I'm just doing a case routing scenario here. Any questions here? Let me save this. But what I have to do is I delete this email ID which we got it. If you, I'm just clicking on a verify email service to you, Kumar. You need to verify those things because your email would be turned to be a verified authorized user so far. So the moment you click on verified, so I will say that it is verified. Yeah, it is verified. So I think you clicked on the link. It says verified. So now what should I do is I need to go to email to case setup back. An ID would be generated for me. Email service ID. Let me refresh this page. What happened? It should generate a routing address here. To that routing address email only I can send it. Look at this email service address. So let me create another one. On Raj's name. So Raj, can you quickly verify this? So this time I'll directly assign to a dev sales guy and I'll give it as medium and the case origin is email. So you need to verify this. I'm just gonna click on verify. So you should be getting an email. Hmm. I need to click on the enable on demand service. Only then this email address will be generated for me. Just getting. So if I give this email address, Prakash email address, and then if I type something here, look at this. I'm gonna compose an email. This is a huge name, so don't worry. No, we can customize this, but so that time it will be some IPB at sorry contact at ipb.com something, and you can change it. I was on mute. So currently this is a big email ID you get it, but this won't be given to our Salesforce team. So ideally what happens is email to case or web to case, we will have this email ID at the background, and though um, we will be given XYZ email ID to you. So there will be email routing logic internally to the admin team. Who is admin team? It's like ID tech team. They will have an ideas how to reroute when the ID has been coming through. Let's say very simple email I'll have contact at ipb.com. Whenever you send that, so I know how to convert them to this address and then assign to the Salesforce. So this type of a thing IT team would deal with. So we need not to worry about it. Getting so those are supposed to be email management where IT team does it. So now I say that hey delivery issue to my address. So this is subject given and okay, he's just sending this to this above email ID. So now what I have to do is I have to quickly come here and I have to see the cases. Look at this delivery system address, and this is a ticket is spread as medium, and then it's sent to policy admins. And look at this here. Web to email is so my email ID, my name, and then subject is delivery issues to the my address. This is the one. Is getting chaos origins came from the email, and this is how the message. No, no, you didn't get it. You will not get an email. This is directly your address has been configured to receive an email to Salesforce. See, web to sorry, email to case. What is the thing is we have configured your email ID in Salesforce. Someone sends an email to that to this particular big address, which is that particular to this big such a big address. It will route a case to Salesforce. Ideally, this ID is what your email ID only, but they have made it to append it to this way. So that's the reason when we get an email say that it was sent to Prakash. See, it says to Prakash from Kantraj. View email. So delivery shoot this. Did you get this? That is what I'm saying. I am giving you such a big email ID. Find that is internal routing to your email ID only. So in case it is not your email ID, it is a company email ID if you think, then it is contact at ipb.com something. To that particular email ID, they have sent an email. So we got an email here. And that email is associated to a case related to here. Getting? If other related peoples are there, there would have been somewhere CC. So recipients and send recipients all will have. If anyone attachment sent, there would be attachments would be here. So all that you can see part of the email services. So let's quickly check on the knowledge management articles, how we do it. Let me get into setup mode. Articles, I don't know whether in the Salesforce, let's say knowledge users. See, when I'm searching, I don't find knowledge here. When I'm searching, I'm not finding any articles. If you see, then that means it is not enabled it. I would enable them now. So I need to go to users, Firstly, the user who logged in should be a Service Cloud user. Even if it is an admin, we don't care. That guy should be a Service Cloud user. A Service Cloud user, and he should also be a knowledge user. Only then the knowledge articles he can create. Since even though he's an admin, it is not checked default, but you need to make it as check as default, and then now you can look for knowledge articles because the user is belong to knowledge user. Okay, let me refresh the page because just now you enabled it. Look at this knowledge settings we have now. Now go back to the knowledge settings and you say enable knowledge Salesforce knowledge for me to this entire org. So what is the first step I did? The user who logged in is a knowledge user. Knowledge user is a license basically. Does this guy purchased the knowledge user license? Okay then. So now this when the user getting access to it, then they have to go to respective settings and they have to enable what is required as a part of knowledge. If any validation rules you want, you can activate. Enable lightning knowledge. This is important. Enable automatic loading of rich text editor and editing an article. Yes, this also would require. Where are the things you want these article summaries? Let's say you are quickly helping your customer. So you are in internal app or you're in customer apps or you're in somewhere in the partner app. You want to help them. You can do it. Suggest case related articles on cases. Suggested related articles and cases means based on the subject I can suggest. Based on the description I can suggest. What? Of course, your subject is something that says a delivery issue. If someone would already solved a delivery issue, so need not to reiterate it. So whatever you give in subject, that only will show as an article to you. So at least subject would be the one of the very important thing because you give text there. So subject is enough. You can't give product priority. You can't give a name. So these all will not match. Yes, of course, I wanted to have in a single languages. It depends. You have want to have multi language. It's your wish. So and again, I'll explain here. Suggest articles based on suggest related articles on cases based on what? Based on subject. I'm saying. If someone's sending a subject as delivery issues, courier issues, so then I should say delivery or courier issues comes. This is the article. Please go through this. So I have to suggest an article before a client is getting creating a case, so that not to create a ticket and then not to waste a time. If he refers to articles, what is the problem? He will get to know. Allow users to create an article from the case. No, this is not required. Enable list of cases linked into this article is fine. So share article is all the old classic view. Okay, let's save this. So articles are everything is ready. Sorry, and then knowledge management is ready. We have enabled also. So we have to go. What to do is go to here setup. Go type articles or type knowledge. So let me try to create a knowledge here, and we'll jump to a case and we'll see are the cases are we getting it. So I'm going to create new knowledge here. The knowledge title is delivery related issues. So this is in a draft version. It doesn't look like it has been. It'll be like it will be approved or verified. So ideally, this knowledge management are pretty good in the classic view only. If you see anywhere, if you see everywhere, they would have put classic, classic, classic. But today, in trends, people are using the settings and configurations and lightning view. So let me quickly jump to the classic view and then see that how it works. So this is a classic mode. If you click onto the system and then choose lightning classic, and now go for knowledge. So I see no articles and draft section, deliver related issues. So this is the one which I created. So let me click here. See these type of options we don't have called as publish. That this we didn't see, right? It is so flat. Where I was just clicking on here. Look at this. Deliver related issues. Where is to publish? I don't see any buttons there to publish. But in my classic I can see assign, publish, preview, all I can see. Anyways, so I'll try to publish this. Publish now. So look, check for the articles in the public section. So you can see deliver related issues. So if it come through deliver related issues, what is the topic we're going to give inside this? What is summary going to give it? So I can say that delivered issues. Please connect directly to our vendor. Right. Hmm, that's it. So where and all the channels should be present. Everywhere I wanted to be present. So already modified and I made as published. So now what I'll do is I'll go to any of the keys. So what I've done is I've come to Gleno Classic and I've searched for a tab called as I press this and I search for knowledge. From there article can be filtered by draft or by published. I just took on published version. At the very beginning it will be in a draft state. So I just went and modified this content what is required and where and all should be applicable or visible to us. I marked each and every application you should be able to see. So now when I come to the lightning view here and I search for typically if I see service console here or a sales console, let's quickly see v1. And that day I was saying, right, what do you mean by console? So today I'll show you service console. If I jump into service console application, look at this. Console means what? It just opens all in one go like this. Do you see this? And if I click on contacts, it'll be here. I don't waste the time here. So look at the spaces at the right side. Unless like other tabs, it'll be keep on having a couple of tabs here. But look at this console, how it looks like. Okay, let me open any of the cases here we have. Says core issues. Let me click on the core issues. This is how the console will look like. So, one quick information is all about your customers' information, as you can see. You see this? Case detail is this, case courier delivery issue, and then subject all we have. Details, this is the information that we have. These are the recent tickets which I viewed it. So you can close them if you're not required, and then you can start working here. How do you close? Just like we have a button here to send to the left. So the case which number you open, so that information is this, and related articles you can see here. In the activity history, someone sent an email to this. So that's the reason we have this case. Okay. And the suggested articles is delivery related issues. Oh, this guy is having delivery issues. Or courier delivery issues. So what you have to do is you see a suggested articles here because we have created based on the delivery issues only. Okay, this guy has to communicate to this number. So what I do is I click on here. I'll say that attach article. When I set attach article, so this is the cases knowledges which we got suggested one. I say that I am attaching this article to this particular case. I'm attaching this article to this case. What I'm doing is, and then I'm closing this ticket. So by that way, when this guy is again logging back, he'll get this as a solution for him because this is the article which is attached, and he could see these articles in his system when we close this ticket. So this is the case we have. And I'm gonna say that case status. Okay, case closed one is not there. Is case close is not there here, so we can get it later stage. It's a pick list value. We can modify them as new or something that we have. We can do it. Mm, but in the classic, if you see, so look at this is belong to a delivery team who is a different queue. I clicked on accept here. I clicked on accept there. That's the reason this case would now turn to be my name. That's how you accept the queue case to your name. Because we can directly close on a queue name, right? You need to change it to your name. At here at the top side I could see there was an accept button. I clicked on accept button, so it changed it to my name. It was actually to a delivery queue name. So now, but in the classic we have a clear case close option. So I don't see it. So this is a case. These are details we have. Look at this. This is a closed case. So while clicking on close case, I should say that what is the status of this closed, and I have to say case reason. Um, Articles attached. That's all I'm gonna close. So now it looks like closed. I need to find some buttons. If any close case we have to get there. Look at this. Now it is closed. So I'm into the service console. If I just jump into some other way, and let me see, I have an option to close the case. But this even here also we don't have a close case. So do we have a button here to close a case? Even that I cannot see. Let me put this close case in Lightning Salesforce. So we have to go to a quick actions and then we have to create a button here. Go to an object manager, go to case. Let me check the case space layouts. In the Lightning Mobile quick actions, you have to see whether we have close here. Close case is the last. So bad. I've brought the close case button as very early to the first. Let's see. I've brought this close case here, but I'm not getting it. In the quick actions, they don't have a close case. Let me check this. Okay, then in that case, we have to go to buttons and links. I'll go click on the new action. And choose target object as case. So I'll give the standard label as close case. Case, not a filter record. It says an updated record. So change status. So meeting will end in another 5 minutes. We'll close this off. I just wanted to drag and drop this to page load and check quickly. Oh, what is this? Oh, this is not the case one. Okay, so we'll just get this case close button here, and then we'll show you tomorrow, guys. Because according to them, then go to the case object button link new actions, and then try to have a button called as close case. I'll find the solutions and then let you know. Though I can find in the classic view, but I'm not able to find in the what is it, the lightning experience. So where we are here, we are under the knowledge management. So we're able to add the case, attach an article to the case. All that we do. Manage case and queues done. Email web to case is done. Case is done. Assignment is also done. So escalation rules and auto response rules, basic things we're pressing. Customizing the console, this is all in the old case. Still, it's fine. We have just configured the page load it is actually not a big deal. So we'll see these tomorrow two topics, and then I think we have done with this project. So we'll quickly jump into our schema project where I was talking about, and then I'll continue with what the formulas required, what is the validation required, and therefore on to the um, admin part of the Salesforce. Are you guys okay? Okay, another 1 minute, the session will close off. So thank you all guys. If you have any questions, please let me know. So meanwhile, go to your trailheads and just see marketing cloud, sales cloud, quick topics onto the trailheads you can search through. If you're not able to find, please let me know. I'll just send out few things to you guys. Thank you all.